Hey guys, StarCraft here, and I was going to do my Black Pearl video last night for today, but things got a little crazy, and I know that's going to be a book that when time I get home, won't have much time to get it all done out the way. So I bumped up a video I was going to do for later on, moved it up because it's a shorter one. This one I can get out of the way here during my break. So today I'm going to be talking about the reunion between Stan Lee and John Romita Sr. on both Spider-Man and Daredevil, with Spider-Man Kingpin to the death, with some assist from Tom DeFalco on plots. And yeah, this was an interesting idea that basically, again, gave one last little reunion between the two. And I think this is the last time they ever worked together since. Because Romita eventually fully retired not long afterwards, and of course Stan's no longer with us, sadly. So, now to be fair, while it's called Spider-Man Kingpin to the Death, it's a bit of a misleading title a little bit. But, and also trying to figure out what it sets in the continuity is a headache, so best to take it as its own little thing that kind of fits in there, but yet doesn't. For example, let's just start right in. We open up with these goons loading in a bunch of stuff on their trucks, when all of a sudden, what appears to be Spider-Man showing up, using his spider signal to blind them. And they're ready to beat him up, when all of a sudden from Spidey's web shooters comes bullets. What? Yeah, he doesn't even say a word, no wisecrack, he just shoots them all dead. We then cut back to the planet where Robbie's the one currently helping in calling the shots, where he finds out from Ben Urich, this terrorist Zoltaro is coming in looking for this drug and wanting to take this drug called Death Arrow. As we've seen them, even Robbie's starting to worry, like, think of Spider-Man. If he's going to become a killer, we should focus on that instead of this Zoltaro guy. Now, to be fair, this sounds like a Robbie that was done before Stan and all the others give him his character development of, wait, this doesn't make sense. And Robbie eventually does feel like this doesn't make sense for Spider-Man, but this kind of ignores the notion that Robbie may know Peter's Spider-Man. So, in a way, this feels more like he's more easily accepting of it than it does like you would think he would have. But anyway, we cut this, again, Spider-Man seemingly checking other guys, shooting them up. And we see Jonah is completely all like, hey, I do it. I love it. I do it. I was right all along. What are you saying now, Robbie? I still can't believe it, Jonah. He's never used guns before. Never killed before. Hey, I never had a tattoo before. Doesn't mean I can't get one tomorrow. Okay, I can kind of understand James's logic there. Then we see Spider-Man again going and seeing a bunch of thugs robbing the place. But then they book it like, he's gonna shoot us! Oh, let's find the police! Yeah, better in jail than dead! And he's like, what? As he's right there, he's getting shot at. And then all of a sudden, Human Torch starts attacking him, ignoring their friendship a little bit. And then Captain America is after them. The Fantastic Four the Fantastic Four and the X-Men are after him, and Luke Cage. Everyone's after him because they think he's a killer. So obviously he turns back into being Peter Parker just as the Thing shows up, and he has to lie to him. We then find out about the Kingpin looking down. Now this is after the Kingpin has fallen, so he's trying to regain his empire. And then we see Spider-Man show up saying, I'm going to kill you, before he falls down, convulses, and dies. We find out that it turns out this is the Death Arrow that's been Zoltaro's one. It can give someone incredible strength and durability and enhancements, but if they're weak, it'll kill them after one shot. If they're strong, 2 shots will do it. But either way, the second one, they die, guaranteed. And the Kingpin is using it to both keep the news distracted, smear Spider-Man, and make it clear to Zoltaro this is something he would want. We then cut to Murdoch's firm as the opposite of Sharp, Nelson, and Murdoch. Where Sharp is basically saying we should get a hold. You're friends with Daredevil, right, Matt? Get a hold of him. And he knows Spider-Man. Have him as Spider-Man, and we'll help cover for him. Because this will be as big as O.J. Simpson. was in the 90s, so yeah. And of course, that's exactly what Matt does as he takes off, becomes Daredevil and heads on out there. We then cut to Peter and MJ just Mary Jane talking things out in front of Aunt Anna. And they're just trying to figure out what's going on, and basically MJ tried to tell him, this is America. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, if the story came out nowadays, I think that wouldn't be as much a guarantee, MJ. And I love this little montage, or this little splash page here. Again, it's Romita's artwork. Seriously, you're looking through all this all. It's great. MJ then leaves as Peter's spider sense is going off. And so he goes and meets up with Daredevil. Now by this point, Daredevil knows Peter's Spider-Man. He asks him, did you do it? Tells him, uses his lie detector abilities, and they decide, okay, let's go find out some answers. And they go to a bar and just start beating up on a bunch of guys, trying to find out what's what. And meanwhile, back to at the Bugle, they're still trying to figure things out. Yurik, though, is trying to still focus on his story. As by the time they find out, a guy gave them up a location where they're supposed to go to, and they make their way there. Daredevil sensing there's a bunch of guys in there. These guys are getting shot up on the stuff as Daredevil and Spidey break in and start to beat them all up. But then these things start to come together when one guy starts shooting off with his gun shooters, and they realize how strong these guys are. But then Spidey notices a bit of a vial of the stuff has been broken, and Daredevil has a cut on his arm, meaning some of the stuff's in his system. And then Daredevil starts to get antsy as he takes off. We then follow to the scientist, Dr. Mindala. Really, Stan? Mindala. Oh boy, Stan. Both that's both corny and a bit dark. I'll give him that. But yeah, Kingpin's like, how do you know you weren't followed? And you were let go and you were followed. Daredevil shows up and just starts wailing on Fisk. And while Spidey's noticing the convulsions, obviously these guys are gonna die, but there's nothing he can do about it. Then again, Kingpin and Daredevil's kicking Kingpin's ass until the stuff starts to wear off eventually, and well, knocks him out cold. Peter's able to determine an antidote, but obviously can't do any good for the guys. But he contacts Ben Urich as Peter and tells him, meet me at the dock. I'll start recording stuff. Peter then swings off as another cop starts to shoot at him. Again, they think he's a killer, makes sense. As we see the Kingpin meets up with Zoltaro as basically they make a deal. Now, of course, Kingpin was telling Mendela to inject Daredevil with a bunch of the serum for the second dose. They will kill Daredevil and allow him to take down Zoltaro, and be able to get their stuff back, the Death Arrow. But Zoltaro placed a bomb near Kingpin's limo, blowing it up. Basically, they feel like, haha, Zoltaro gives money to no one. But as they're cheering, Daredevil shows up and just starts beating them all to hell. Spidey shows up as well, and they start just fighting it out as Zoltaro gets away. And again, Spidey realizes what could have happened, so he's trying to give Daredevil the serum, and eventually he does after he knocks him aside. Zoltaro runs off but finds Fisk, who was outside the limo and survived the blast. Given how tough he's known for being, not surprised. Although Zoltaro, despite the look on his face, is saying, I'll kill you with my bare hands. Instead, Fisk does it instead, as he then leaves saying no one double crosses the Kingpin. We then see Urich shows up, still not trusting Spidey, but he tries to explain everything, and then, because he trusts Daredevil explains it. Then, as Peter runs up, gives Urich the footage he recorded, and basically starts to clear Spidey's name, and obviously it does by the end of it all. As Peter even mentions, all loose ends have been tied up, although, of course, Daredevil points out Kingpin's still out there. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you don't. When you're the Kingpin, you play the odds. Each new battle makes me stronger, wiser. So next time, I'll win. Stan usually wrote Kingpin him being the Daredevil villain, but at the same time, he kind of came up with a good concept for how to handle Fisk, and it's still carried over into the Daredevil incarnation of him, and it still works here. And well, there's a bunch of bonus stuff here, basically from John Romita's sketchbook. And Romita's artwork, as you saw, Charlotte, it's timely. It is classic artwork that still never, ever lost it. There's also notes and everything. Again, just look at all this. And then you also have Stan's little introduction and all that stuff. And yeah, basically he talked about how he's always been like the king of writing intros. But of course, what really brought him back was to work, well, obviously to work with John again. And same with John wanting to work with Stan again. So that was Spider-Man Kingpin to the death. Nice short little story, a great reunion of the two. It is a typical Spider-Man story, and typical stuff with Daredevil, but for what it was, I mean, this is one of Stan's better writings by this point in time. And this was, you know, John Romita Jr. and Sr.'s artwork. Nice farewell. If this was their nice working, their last time working together, which it was, I can't think of anything better. You know what I mean? I wouldn't expect this big, huge, epic story or anything like that. No, it's a nice, self-contained story that hits all the typical Spider-Man beats, has Daredevil involved, handles Kingpin well. Although, again, the title is a bit of a misnomer since Kingpin's not the main focus, it's more of a Daredevil stuff. But again, it works. Having a chance to have Stan and John work on Daredevil for the first time since before Spider-Man was incredible. Because it turns out working on Spider and Daredevil was Stan testing John for Spider-Man. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Tomorrow I probably will get the Black Pearl, hopefully. And down the line, I'll eventually get to Spider-Man Hobgoblin Lift, another one of my favorite stories from this similar era, where Roger Stern finally gives us the Hobgoblin's real identity that he'd been playing for all those years. But until then, I'll be doing a bunch of other stuff, so I'll catch you all later. See ya.